So Emrata just came out saying that being divorced at 30 is chic, and I could not agree more. I'm turning 31 in 2 weeks, and as someone who got into a relationship at 21 and was separated by age 29, I have so many thoughts about this. Even though I'm not technically divorced, I was engaged in common law and we owned property together, so we had to get lawyers involved, and I went through a very challenging and financially draining year-long legal separation process that was 1,000,000% worth it because of how my life turned out to be so much better than I could have ever imagined it to be. Being in your 20s is like having no idea what you want to do with yourself and your life, but still pushing along this path regardless because you don't know where else to go. You kind of subscribe to this dream and this narrative that we've been fed since basically birth, that climbing the corporate ladder and partnering up and having kids will be fulfilling. And experiencing this is so valuable because over time, with experience, you begin to realize that it's not all that it's cracked up to be. And it's so freeing when you determine that your time and energy can now be invested into anything else, literally anything else. And on top of that, you now have this amazing thing called perspective. Perspective of knowing what you don't want and what doesn't work for you. And then you develop boundaries and confidence. At 30, I have never been more confident, more financially secure, got a better ROI on the investment into my relationships. And yes, of course, there will always be peaks and valleys in life, but even 2 years later, I still look back on my separation as the best decision I ever made that catapulted me into financial freedom and such a higher sense of satisfaction with myself and my life path and just a general sense of self. Also, getting through the challenge of being so confused and lost and scared and losing my home and losing my friends taught me that I'm capable to handle any challenge that will come my way because nothing will ever be as hard as that. So if you're afraid of making a decision that could potentially alter the course of your life, just know that if you bet on yourself, you always win. Ask yourself, what happens if you change your life for the better?